So, we usually don't do like a variety pack type deal on the podcast, but we're improvising. We're doing it live. And this is from the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, which we've definitely done something from here before, right? We can check the stats. We'll check the spreadsheet later.
It was a pale ale.
Yeah, probably their pale ale.
Oh, the beer camp doofus.
Oh. Right.
2-year beer camp attendees.
Right. So, we're just going to knock out a couple of them and see how we feel about them. So everybody just crack them open, and then we just kind of...
Me first.
Okay.
Actually, not me first, because I just brushed my teeth.
I'm so sorry. Earthquake. Thank you. So, David's got the Hop Hunter IPA.
Yep.
I, Marco Dupa, have the 5-hop experimental IPA. And Adam Obesius Rodriguez has the Torpedo Extra IPA. We are going to have a good time tonight. This is the One Beer In Podcast.
Lost to be found by someone to save you when you're down. Yes, I'm bored when it's bright out. So bored when it's bright out. 4 to 5 a.m. takes me to a place where I fit in.
So, much...
Let's start with a downer.
Should we? Or should
No,
we
put it
end?
at the end.
Let's end with it.
Okay.
Let's end with it. All right.
You know what it is. We're just going to save it.
All right. Let's start with the CrossFit. You wanna
Start with
that?
the CrossFit.
Let's do it.
Sure, yeah. Today, I started CrossFit,
Yeah?
I guess. Yeah, as the new tradition of Dave trying things.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. We should
Do a new thing every week.
document it. Yeah. Just come back and do a new thing every week.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Just new things.
Yeah.
So anyway, CrossFit's one of them. Hopefully, I want to pick it up regularly and have a Flotty as my partner to go to. But yeah, it was good. It's good.
Yeah.
Definitely going to talk about it all the time now.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Well, you have a platform to do so.
Yeah, exactly. This is the 1 watt in podcast.
Already using the terminology.
Explain what a watt is.
WOD is workout of the day. So today's WOD was, what was it? It was a 400-foot sled push. It's just what it sounds like. We
Yeah.
had to do that. We did it in 100-foot intervals, so we had to go back and forth 4 times. And then it was a partner WOD, so Lottie and I had to split it. And then we did 15 total overhead squats.
Yeah.
Then another 400-foot sled push. Then 14, I think it was called a clean?
Cleaning jerk?
A strict clean is what it's called, I think.
Clean snatch jerk and come?
I love that technique.
No, yeah, it wasn't bad. They gave me the little SpongeBob handle, the handle of the bar with the teddy bears on it. So I'm going to work my way out from that. And then another 400-foot sled push, followed by 21 burpees with a 6-inch target, which means you lay down, jump up. Needless to say, I was dying by the end of it.
Yeah.
But it felt good. You know, it's like I was dead and then I was reborn.
Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah.
No, but it was...
Gave your life to CrossFit.
I died on the CrossFit.
It's a CrossFit you'll have to bear.
But no, yeah, it was fun.
I mean, you've been trying to get active. How is it like just jumping into it? Because, CrossFit, its reputation is for being such a strenuous workout. Just jumping into the workout of the day, how is that? I mean...
Well, prior to the workout, I had been running because I was just a potato for a while, so I had to get in some sort of shape.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Yeah, and then before I looked up, Lottie told me what the WOD was that we were going to be doing, so I went on YouTube and looked up what the techniques were. So it wasn't like I was going in blind. I knew what to expect, and I was like, okay. And then on top of that, the hotel I was staying in had a resistance machine that I was able to finagle into the motion, so I kind of knew what I was getting into.
Yeah,
but it was cool. But Carrie was there, a friend of ours, and she was my, I guess, coach. for the day, and she walked me through it, eased me into it, and made sure like I knew I wasn't gonna like hurt myself or anything. And it was good. It was a good experience. I tried CrossFit before at a different gym that will go unnamed because they're, in my opinion, not as good. But I made a mistake. I went alone first off, and the guy that was doing the classes just really didn't care. He got a bunch of beginners, and he was like, all right, well, basically I'm just gonna make or break you right now.
Right.
And people that broke just never went back because I broke. I was like, this is not fun. This is not, I didn't get a kick out of it. He pretty much just made us run the whole time. So I was like, I could do that anytime. So thanks. I never went back to that place. And I guess I was apprehensive about it because I didn't want to go alone again. Yeah. So having someone there with you that actually knows what they're doing, and sort of, holding your hand, so to speak, definitely made it better experience for me.
The buddy system.
Yeah.
It CrossFit obviously gets that reputation for like you made reference to before, people talking about it too much, kind of representing characters who you probably wouldn't want to hang out with, blah blah blah, all that bullshit.
I don't think so.
The reputation of CrossFit from an outsider is like annoying.
Yeah,
it's like super annoying.
It's annoying,
aggro. Come on, bro, push yourself. Yeah. And everybody
I met at the gym was super nice.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with that line of It was. I mean, the perception of it is not what it actually is.
Right. I mean, you have some people that are like super serious about it, and they kind of have that stigma, a little like you're intimidated of them because they're so experienced and you're just going in there at zero, and I can understand how it's hard to scale back from someone who's so experienced to go, all right, well, where do I start with someone who knows nothing pretty much. And like I said, going in there with someone it helped that one of the coaches was someone that I knew, right? So it was it levels to ease into it. So Coach K helped me in, and then Lottie was with me while I was doing it. So it was a much better experience than the first time because of that.
Yeah. Did you go to the one in Oviedo?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, I saw the MMA mats too. That was pretty cool. I wanted to step in there, but I didn't want to take my shoes off.
Yeah, you got to respect the mat.
Yeah, when we went up to the one in Waterford, like I was sort of like, I was hesitant to walk into the mats because I was like, my shoes are on, because I was so used to like the Taekwondo thing, like you don't step on the mats with shoes, and then Lottie just waltzes on there. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't
no respect for the mat.
This isn't the same thing. So
yeah, anybody who's done martial arts, you go, is it cool?
Yeah, I remember when I was doing Taekwondo, we went to another person's school, and they made me walk back outside because when I walked in, I didn't bow. I wasn't even on the mats. They made me walk out, go, when you walk into our dojo, you bow. Yeah. And then you walk in.
Turn that shit around.
Okay. Yes.
I mean,
and then I got my ass kicked.
That's what I've always wanted from a martial arts place. The people who like actually gave a shit about tradition, where they were. Yeah. Just like, you walk your ass back out, you come back in here, you show some goddamn respect. I like that.
Bow to your sensei.
That.
Yeah. So all in all, something you feel like you want to continue, because I mean those places are cropping up all over the place. And when you travel, you'll be able to find one once you feel more comfortable with it.
Lottie's tossed around the idea, and even the guy there that I was talking to, like I was like, I'm gone Monday through Thursday, I can only do this Friday, Saturday. He's like, well, if you travel, you can like exploit those free weeks everywhere you go. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I mean, you can just go everywhere and just, let them know, you do CrossFit and you're just trying to get a better grip on it. So you want to do a free week here and there. And, I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. And now that, I got my toes wet to dip my feet in, it's definitely something I can see myself doing now instead of, wasting time on a treadmill or something.
Because you need direction, You can't just, it's hard to just jump into the gym and say, all right, well, I'm going to do this now. That's what CrossFit and any kind of like, detailed or organized workout can give you. It's just that easy, like, here, look, man, don't even worry about thinking, just worry about doing.
Right. You have a built-in workout partner and workout regimen every time you go in. So, I think it's helpful.
Do they, I guess, like, the weight that you're pushing, is it like personal best, or is it like they have a set where it's like, hey, you're a grown man, this is what you should be doing?
Yeah, there's like a standard. So, like, because I was like new, obviously I wasn't doing the standard. They don't want me to like hurt myself. Yeah. But it was like, guys, you rack up 90 pounds You know, and then women, I think it was like a little less. I think it was like 65, 75, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a standard, and that's where the WOD's at. That's your workout. And of course, you can always, I guess, if you feel like racking more, you can.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure, you know. Day one, Mark. Shit.
Hey, I don't know, man. I want you to be an expert on it right now. Next year, maybe compete.
I'll be in the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, man.
Real sports with Dave.
For real.
I want to be the best at exercising, Mark.
Just that no one ever was.
No, I mean, I don't think my view of the CrossFit Games will change. I think it's a little bit silly to be the best at exercising.
Yeah.
That's just my personal view. I don't want to put it down. That's just my...
Well, you gotta look at it as like a metric of physical fitness. I think that's the way they look at it.
Yeah, they put a score on it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'll go for a high score or some shit. But
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it in terms of like bodybuilding, for instance, like it's not the same thing, but it's like you worked enough of each muscle section that it looked attractive enough to be judged against other people who worked out those same muscles but not as hard as you.
Right.
And the CrossFit, I mean, it's just like, you know, I get on this bar and I can do these things faster than you. So, I mean, it's just, you know, it's peak physical fitness, or whoever is at peak physical fitness. So, I mean, it makes sense, but still it's like, from an outsider perspective, you're looking at it like, well, they're just doing exercises.
maybe when
exercise.
I get into it more, I'll understand the scoring. Of everything.
You just don't get it right now, bro.
Just don't get it. Just don't get it.
Get that wad up.
It's a lifestyle.
We'll get it later.
Yeah.
We'll get it later. Well, that's awesome. That's good. I mean, you talked about trying to get active, trying to get back into it, trying to get back into really good shape. So
LASIK changed my life, bro.
you can see clear now.
The rain is gone.
You don't think about how much of a burden it is to have glasses and contacts when you do things.
Yeah.
'Cause when you're working out with glasses, that shit gets all sweaty and slippery, and
It sucks.
it's annoying. You got to take them off, and then you can't see.
Yeah. And then what are you gonna do?
It's really rough.
Lift more weight when you can't see?
Yeah, I need my eyes.
No, sir.
Gotta get the goggles.
Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Rodriguez.
Oh. I like that.
Rodriguezberg.
Well, that's good. Happy. Want to see you do it more. Be really awesome for you to actually be real sports with Dave, like you said.
Yeah.
Real sports.
Yeah, exercise with Dave.
Exercise with Dave. Somebody who probably does a lot more than CrossFit, Conor McGregor, is back in the news again.
Back at it again
With the bullshit Facebook
Damn,
posts.
Connor. Back at it again with the retirements.
So, a little bit of context. He announced, sort of, on Twitter that he's retiring young. Now, I said this when I first saw the Twitter post, that all he said was, "I'm retiring young." He never said, like,
now.
officially, I'm retiring. Yeah. So, semantics. So he says that. Dana White goes, all right, well, he didn't show up to Vegas to do the promotional stuff, so he's pulled from 200.
Mm-hmm.
Then he comes back, Conor, and says, I'm not retiring right now, dum-dums. Like, I just don't want to do that shit.
I was just kidding.
He came out with like a long thing.
Yeah, so it was a really long Facebook post saying,
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
I didn't follow it. All I followed was he said that on Twitter. They made the correlation between him and watching that his teammate die.
Yeah.
Oh no, the other guy died
his
in the
teammate
ring.
killed the other
Brazilian dude died in the ring.
Yeah.
Not in the ring, after he
died from
suffered
wounds.
injuries from
Right.
head trauma in the ring.
Yeah. Very rare.
yeah.
That happens in a mixed martial arts.
So, okay, so then backstory for you, or more context for you then, and the listeners, obviously. So after that, he comes back with a very lengthy Facebook post saying that, I feel like I've made millions of dollars for UFC so far. I mean, every time I open my mouth, I'm a promotion. And I'm tired of flying all around these places. I can't train when I'm in New York, Dublin, Las Vegas, California. I can't train, and I need to correct the things that I did wrong to win my next fight. And you're asking me to do all this stuff.
Right.
And,
I mean, he's got a point.
Right. And so on the one hand, okay, so I guess the question I pose is, does he have a point, or...
Yes and no.
I mean, because there's
you're
other
telling
guys
me,
who do the same thing.
Yeah, you're telling me that there's no way they're going to make accommodations for a guy like Conor McGregor
They
to
did.
train?
They said they would. And now here's the rub of that. Dana White said, okay, if that's the case, how about we literally replicate your gym, because he's in Iceland right now training. He said, how about we literally replicate your gym in Iceland in Vegas, and you just do your media obligations, and then you have a gym here that is everything that you got there. We'll fly you in a private jet everywhere you want to go. Mm-hmm. And then, you have your gym, you got a private jet, so what's the complaint? And Conor's like, that's not what I wanted.
That's only everything I wanted.
and when you hear that part of the story, it kind of like, you kind of start to feel like, well, what are you complaining about?
There was one piece of that long rebuttal that he had that kind of struck me the wrong way, and he said that the moment I get paid to do promotions is when I will do them more often.
Yeah.
Because he was saying basically that's the reason why he lost his last fight.
Yeah.
Was that he was too busy focused on doing the promotions. And I mean, maybe that's just a gut reaction from him, just like, I gotta do better. That was the problem. He's just using that as sort of a scapegoat or excuse for why he lost. But
I mean, if that's how he actually feels, I wouldn't call it a scapegoat.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it is the thing that he's pointing to as the reason why he lost, when it may have just been because he had to go up weight. I mean, that's the most obvious thing, is that he never had to do that, and he had to do that, and he lost.
I honestly think the reason that he lost is not his. Well, I mean, it had to do with his conditioning, obviously, but he just underestimated Nate Diaz. Everybody did. Everybody looked at it like, oh, he's gonna break this guy's jaw, and it's gonna be over in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that Nate Diaz, even though he's a douchebag and all this other stuff that you can call him, the dude's got an iron chin and even more iron in his fist.
He's got that coconut head.
Yeah. So,
that's been getting beat since he was a kid.
Right. So that's the problem. He underestimated his opponent. So I don't really see how.
That plus, I don't think he's that great of a fighter.
Who, Conor?
Yeah, Aldo would have. We had this conversation before. Man. We had this conversation.
I wish
before.
we could have seen that fight.
If it went on, but I know it didn't, because that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
It would have been a completely different outcome.
I mean, it might have been, but the reason he went down was because he caught that just magnificent uppercut. Just bap.
What was the quote? Speed beats something?
Precision beats speed.
That's the one.
I mean, it was magnificent. So, on the one hand, I agree with you. It probably, if he didn't get caught like that, would have been a great fight. And he might have lost. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you can't say, like, you can't look at a Mike Tyson fight and say, well, if he didn't catch him with that left hook, who knows how it would have gone. Because he did catch him with that left hook. That's Mike Tyson's fight. Same thing with Conor. I mean, Conor never acted like he was some jiu-jitsu master. It was in the pause. So he popped him one, and he thought he was going to do that to Nate, and he was wrong.
Yeah.
But he's been fulfilling his obligations, his media obligations, his whole career. He's 19-3.
Yeah.
Nate does it all the time. Everybody does it.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game. And maybe we don't know the full game to judge it on, how much it takes away from how much he can train.
Yeah, who's to say this whole thing isn't a big promotion?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's
wouldn't put it past them.
Because, I mean, this is promoting 200 in and of itself.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still talking about it over this guy not even being there now.
Yeah.
Because he's still pulled. They haven't updated whether or not they're going to put him back on the card, and I don't think they are. I mean, Dana's got to stick to his guns if he's going to be respected.
He said that he has obligations to other fighters at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he can't go back and get Colin McGregor on that card and spite other people that have been vying for that since he's been out. It's just not fair. So, I mean, maybe it's like a twofer, basically, because they can promote 200 and have this new, like, unknown coming into the fight, and then also they're equally promoting, if not even more, the next McGregor fight at the same time.
I mean, they already are. They're like, whoever wins out of, I think it was Edgar and Aldo, he's going to have to fight for the featherweight title or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know who else is going to be at UFC 200?
Bones.
No, he's not. Is he? He's at this next one.
Yeah, he's at the next one.
He's at this next one. You want to guess?
Ric Flair.
Somebody. Well, you're in the right direction.
John Cena!
No.
The Rock.
No.
Stone Cold.
No.
Vince
The guy who is actually in the UFC.
Triple H.
CM Punk.
Dana White.
Dana White. CM Punk is going to be fighting at 200. Hopefully. He's got to get healthy. But yeah, I mean, that's what they're saying. The guy who retired 2 years ago from the WWE is finally going to fight some guy who's only won 2 fights.
I was going to say, that's pretty soon. I don't.
Wonderful.
You think so?
200?
You think 200?
I'm saying 200 is coming up pretty soon. He's been training for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for him to have this fight coming up unless like they've had that coming for a long time. I didn't
He was supposed to have been in a bunch of them before, like 197.
Did he get like injured or something?
Yeah, he messed up like his shoulder or foot or something
in training.
Yeah, and so now he's finally gonna be. I mean,
see, that's why you can't train, because you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, just don't train, man.
Yeah.
Just go in and just promote.
Promote.
I mean, that's what Conor's good at. That's why a lot of people were saying if he is actually retired, he'll go to the WWE, because that's what he's good at, running his mouth. And people were saying that like if all he cares about is the money,
you think he'll fight with Sheamus?
Yeah, that would probably be something that they would do.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised you even know who Sheamus is.
You know a lot of things, Mark.
He's the Irish one, right?
But yeah, I mean, if it's about the money, Conor would make way more with the WWE if he sets up his deal right, because they make their money off of their names.
Nah.
Brand.
Nah. There's no glory in the WWE.
Whoa! All right, relax.
There's no glory in the WWE.
Relax. There's glory there. It's obviously not real fighting, and there's real glory in real fighting.
You're telling me that? Do you think the WWE is better than UFC?
In what terms?
Of like respect. If you saw a wrestler, would you be like, oh my god, or like, would you be more afraid to like piss off a wrestler or Conor McGregor?
I think I'd put him on equal, because a wrestler has got a lot of roid rage going. So I probably wouldn't want to mess with one of these guys.
The UFC fighters are not on drugs.
Yeah, they're
generally
not. So they're kind of like,
It's debatable.
Yeah, true.
Except for John Jones.
I mean, okay.
All those performance-enhancing marijuanas.
Actually, like, fight-wise, I mean, there's a couple of guys in WWE who would probably, give it to you one time. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, they're a bunch of, like, flabby or beefy entertainers who just put on a show for
performance art.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't give a wrestler the same credit as, like, an MMA fighter.
Okay. I mean, like, as far as, like, fight skills... Right. And somebody you would be intimidated by, and somebody who okay. Yeah.
If you could meet Stone Cold Steve Austin,
but you had to fight him,
I can take him now. The guy can barely walk.
Or Hoist Gracie, who would you meet?
Oh wow, what a great question. Man, that's a great. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even know. I don't know.
It's real hard, isn't it?
One guy.
Both of them won't respect you.
None. So they would give me none at all. I mean, Stone Cold obviously have a lot more fun, and it would just I probably wouldn't know what to say to him. Just, you're the best, you redneck.
I know, asshole.
But Gracie, man, like what I could learn from him just by having a conversation with him.
Yeah. Living legend level.
I don't know.
I'll let everybody ruminate on that for a while.
I'd probably, I'd
like to meet The Rock.
I'd have to say probably Stone Cold.
Okay.
The Rock.
Just if we're being completely honest. The Rock, yeah, of course.
Have you met anybody that doesn't like Dwayne Johnson? Does anybody not like Dwayne Johnson?
I don't know.
I can't think of a person who's ever said The Rock. Ugh.
Gross.
I mean, from all accounts, he's the nicest person of all time
in the world.
Inspirational. Got
huge.
Oh. I don't know
Gigantic.
if you follow him on Instagram.
No.
He announced that they're remaking Jumanji, and he's in it.
What?
Yeah.
After the remake of Baywatch?
Yes.
First off, I'm not mad at that at all.
I
think that's the one thing I'm not mad at, because of the way you presented it to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You start off with The Rock. Everybody loves him. Jumanji. Everybody loves Jumanji.
Right.
As long as it's not like San Andreas.
Yeah.
This segment's brought to you by Jumanji, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Is it like a remake, or is it a continuation?
I mean, all he said on Instagram.
Does he play David Allen Greer?
That would be better than him playing the Robin. I mean, that would be better. Honestly, that would be better. That would be so much better.
Conor McGregor as the hunter.
All he said on
I'm casting this right now.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor as the hunter.
So then who we got to cast Robin Williams' character, obviously.
Yeah. Zach Galifianakis.
Zach, that's not bad.
He's
not like a family-friendly guy.
Well, it's his breakthrough for that genre.
Family-friendly?
Who said this is family-friendly?
I don't...
Motherfucker,
You're right.
This is Jumanji, right?
Rated R.
All he said was that Jesus Christ. All he said was that they have a script that he likes, that he thinks is not gonna upset people, that he's not gonna fuck it up.
Okay.
So, I mean,
again, he also made San Andreas. So.
This is true. I mean, he doesn't for everything, all the things that are going for The Rock. The one thing that you could say against him is that he does not knock it out of the park with every movie.
No.
Like,
he does.
He
I
does.
was thinking
okay,
about
right.
that.
He does. In the roles,
right.
It's always like, man, that guy can charm you out the building. Like,
but,
look at that smile.
Right.
But the films he chooses are not the greatest.
Right.
Doesn't have. He's not batting 1,000.
He needs to do a Seth Rogen movie.
Yes,
because
sure.
I need to see Bad Rock.
Mm-hmm. I think you're probably gonna get John Cena in that role faster because he's already done Apatow movies. So
John Cena as Bad Rock.
As Bad Rock, yeah.
Blackface.
Oh no,
Jesus Christ! That movie that he's got with Kevin Rock looks pretty good too.
Kevin Rock.
Kevin Rock.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I just say?
Kevin Rock.
Who's Kevin Rock?
Kevin Rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Kevin Hart and The Rock mashed together. Central
He's
Intelligence.
he's like,
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I like he plays that awkward character. He's like, all right, cool.
Oh, The Rock.
Yeah.
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 Oh, when
cool.
he's. I think
way he
it
said
looks
it.
pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
That's two very endearing actors that you can't help but like when you see them on screen.
Right.
Yeah, but what's the last good Kevin Hart movie?
Ride Along.
I haven't seen Ride Along.
Yeah,
Did you see it? You thought it was pretty good?
I saw it. You wouldn't watch it?
I didn't see it.
It's pretty funny.
It didn't do it for me like with the previews.
Wait,
so.
you didn't see it though?
I know. I'm saying it didn't do it for me with the previews.
Yeah, they didn't
I wasn't attracted.
tickle his fancy.
Yeah, could be good.
What was the last Kevin Hart movie you saw then?
That's the better question.
Have you ever seen a Kevin Hart movie?
Even better question.
I want to say yes.
Are you?
I don't think he has. I think he's seen his stand-up and then trailers.
Let's name them for the audience.
How many that
I'm
we've
just
seen?
kidding. That's a terrible idea because that's very boring radio.
I don't even know his filmography, to be honest with you.
Ride Along 2.
That's it. I don't know.
Why
and then a
did I
bunch
get
of
married too?
Why did I get married too?
and then a
Electric
bunch
Boogaloo.
of stand-up movies. You know, he does the stand-up movies.
stand doesn't count though.
Oh, he also does stand up.
Yeah, right.
Wait, he's a comedian? Yeah.
Think Like a Man.
Yeah,
That was the one that he. That was the breakout one. That was the one everybody's like, oh, that little dude's funny. Anyway, I don't know. Probably need to see more,
I guess.
or maybe not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my only thing. I'm not saying that I dislike him in movies, like on experience, but I'm just saying the movies that I've seen him in have never gotten good reviews, have just not really looked very good from the previews.
I mean, they're not
for me.
Critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. He's not winning Oscars off of his movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me. The trailer you posted with the David Spade movie, the new Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't get to watch it. No.
It actually doesn't look like a horrible movie. It looks like, I'd say, like 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. If they gave
So an
it-
improvement.
Like, yeah, I mean, fucking
he got in shape for it.
the Ridiculous
kind of.
8. That's what it's called,
Ridiculous
right?
6.
Hateful Eight, Ridiculous 6, I think.
Or Ridiculous
Right?
7. It's 6.
6.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. That movie has like a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. So this movie doesn't look that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's David Spade in a starring role, which I don't know. It's pretty divisive how people feel about that.
That hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, but in any case, why'd you post it? Did you
'Cause it
think
was
it was
trailer
like
trash.
really bad?
Because it was trailer trash.
Well, do you think it's really bad though? Do you think it looks really bad?
It looked very okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but it's not going to be a good movie.
No, of course
Still
not.
going to watch it.
Right, exactly. Wait, did anybody watch The Ridiculous 6?
I did.
Did you watch it?
I didn't know.
I didn't watch it.
I think I got like the first 15.
How
in.
do you guys talk shit about movies and then not watch them?
I actually never talked shit about Ridiculous 6.
What?
I said it had a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. I
Review
didn't
the
say
tapes.
that
Look
I
up the
judged
episode. You
Review-
splice that clip right
here.
right
it.
here.
Of what did I say?
Whatever you said, I don't know, man.
Let's pause for it. Let's listen. Man, that was crazy, Marco.
You talk a lot of shit.
I talked shit about Pixels because we saw it.
We did watch that one, yeah.
I mean, I watched Ridiculous 6. We'll table that.
I'm not watching that again.
I'll do it on my own.
Go.
There's a lot of good stuff on Netflix. Maybe I won't watch it. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you'll watch it.
All right, I'll watch it.
You'll watch it and you'll like it.
Yeah, you're right. To be objective about these things,
Yeah.
you gotta. That's why I watch a bunch of Tyler Perry movies. Or I did. I don't watch them anymore because I've seen enough to know like I can't watch those.
Can't
movies.
get good.
Yeah, but I've seen enough. I've seen a bunch of them. I'm not gonna rattle off how many. It's kind of bad.
No, I don't want to know.
But I've seen enough to know that I'm not into that shit. So you're right. I'll watch it.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we can move right along from that. Ride along.
Yeah, way to go casting Jumanji. Anyway,
Thanks. You guys want to do this and then
we still
walk
got
out the
one
door?
more to talk about.
I know, but
Okay.
I guess we're just gonna review each one. How we feel about it.
Yeah, let's do it that way. Everybody
guess.
just gets their own individual review.
I mean, you just killed that one, so like we don't really have an option now.
It was mostly spit. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is the Torpedo Extra IPA.
Uh-huh.
For people's reference. It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
It has a very bitter hoppy flavor. So if you don't like IPAs or you're kind of afraid of that hoppy flavor, stay away.
You also won't like any of these other beers. That
True,
we have.
they're all
Yeah.
they're all pretty bitter to be honest with you. But this one in particular, the Extra IPA. I mean, if that doesn't tell you right
Once
there.
I start brewing
Uh-huh.
and I make my own IPA, kind of name it after Marco.
Because he's so bitter.
It's gonna be very bitter.
It's good.
All them IBUs.
Actually, yeah. Let's get the IBUs on here. 65 IBU for the Torpedo.
Sure, I'd be you.
It should be in the front.
Where?
Nah, his don't have.
Mine's right underneath.
Yeah, mine doesn't have it.
Yeah, he ain't got that.
Okay, never mind. Well, anyway, mine's 65 IBUs.
I'm at 60.
Mine's an experimental IPA, but it does actually also say ale on the side.
So does mine.
Maybe it's like
Oh, do they all?
Indian Pale Ale.
yeah, it's a pale ale. So
I'm gonna cut that out when. I'm gonna actually cut that out when we do that.
okay.
This would be the antithesis of that one.
Okay.
This is way easier to drink. I would consider this not as hoppy. I don't know why it's an experimental IPA.
Maybe that's why.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's probably it because it tastes really good, and it's not that bitter. Try it.
Yeah, it's not very hoppy.
Right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's pretty
not
good.
bad.
I like it. I like the 5 hops.
Alright.
4.5. You didn't give yours.
I would give this a 4.
Yeah, mine's pretty standard IPA. I think it's better than their Torpedo. Sorry.
Torpedo.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 4. I know I said it's better, but you know.
Maybe like 4.01.
Oh yeah, like a 4.0112608.5.
Got it.
Repeating. All right, cool. And to cap this baby off, we would like to talk about the untimely passing of the man, the myth, the legend, the purple one, Prince Rogers. Rest in power, sir. So I want to ask you guys, not like the first time you heard Prince, but like what song or what moment or what how does hearing a Prince song, how much do you listen to Prince? Like how much does it really get into you? Tell me about just your experience with the man.
I mean, I remember Prince before I knew who he was. When I was probably, I mean, it's some of my earliest memories, like growing up, early 90s, just hearing Prince in the background along with the Michael Jackson hits, you know, like those two kind of meld in my mind together. But yeah, I mean, some of my earliest memories are of Prince. I mean, I have tons of memories of seeing the original Batman for the first time.
Yeah.
Or the Tim Burton Batman, I should say. And obviously that soundtrack is all Prince.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a while, I mean, like, I didn't know how to digest Prince. Like, seeing him and being all androgynous and stuff, like, that's the first person I saw like that. Before I saw Ziggy Stardust,
Right.
I was like, who is this guy? He's so weird.
Or girl.
Yeah, like, I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
But he was so cool at the same time. It made that okay, you know? Like, he's the truly original artist.
Yeah.
You know, from look and sound and everything. And then I discovered that he could play the guitar. And I was like, well, I mean, you can kind of do everything then.
Yeah.
So as I've grown older, I've grown even more respectful of who he was as an artist and as a musician, as a revolutionary character. And obviously, you know, he came back into our lives again through the stories on Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
You know, as like a caricature, obviously, but that just shows that we're assuming all these stories are true. He's just that
they are true.
He verified them.
Right. They're just that sort of unique, strange, interesting person that we don't normally see in the music industry.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like there's definitely a vacuum in the space that he left, because there's really been nobody like him, and I don't think there ever will be.
Right.
I could say the same about David Bowie. It's sort of that similar feeling of loss.
Yeah.
That we don't know if we're ever going to see anything like that again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with Adam saying, like, as a kid, I remember hearing him in the background and not really knowing who the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the day, not the day, or around the same time that he changed his name.
Just
and
symbol.
And just like, who, like, just thinking like, who's this guy think he is? Like, I'm just a kid thinking like, who's this guy think he is?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like, I didn't realize like how influential he was.
Yeah.
You know, until he passed, and I'm looking at Snapchat stories of Prince and how large of a community is coming together to remember this guy. And it's like nobody that has passed before has been commemorated like this.
Yeah, that's for sure.
People are literally celebrating his life in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. I mean, with Michael Jackson, for instance, he had gotten to a point where there was a lot of people who were like, you know, no offense, but a lot of people are like, good riddance.
Yeah.
You know, he had done enough in his life, whether you believe what he'd done or not, to warrant a lot of mixed feelings. I mean, obviously there was more of an outpouring of love than there was the hate, but there definitely was that hate there. But to your point, yeah, I mean, it's just been full on just people celebrating his life.
Yeah, Prince is like one of the few idols that has just not done anything appalling in his entire career.
Yeah. He's just been the fucking coolest dude, 57 years old. Just for 57 years, the coolest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
I would say that...
Still don't... I haven't read anything on the specifics of his passing.
Yeah.
Just that he had the flu 1 week, and they had to... Like, he had to divert a flight to land to get rushed to the hospital, and then he was fine the next day, quote unquote, and then, you know, this happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
I would just say for people to don't be ashamed to listen to his catalog now. Don't let people shame you into listening to these artists after they die, because you're going to cheat yourself out of beautiful things when you let somebody tell you, oh, you're not a David Bowie fan, you just want to listen to his music now, he's dead. Who cares when and how you discover somebody? If you're a legitimate fan of that person, I don't care if you discover them 20 years after they died or a day after they died. If you listen to the music and you feel it and you appreciate it, then just let that be what it is. I'm so sick of seeing that shit online of people shaming other people.
You're not a real fan.
Obviously, there are those posts where it's like, oh, rest in peace, parents. And, like, you know, you see people doing dumb shit and they're trying to bank off of that, trying to get attention off of that.
When fucking Cheerios puts out a thing with a little Cheerio on, like, rest in peace.
Right.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's bad. I definitely see that, and I see, like,
Cheerios?
brands. Yeah, brands jump on.
Fucking disgusting.
What does Cheerios have to do with Prince? Did
Nothing.
they work together?
Nothing.
Now, there was a good one by Chevy, obviously, Little Red Corvette.
Right.
So they had a Little Red Corvette at the very bottom, and it said, it had a quote from the song Little Red Corvette. It's like talking about going too fast or whatever, and it had his, you know, birth and death date on it, and people were pointing at that as like, that's how you do it right.
Yeah.
You know, like, learn from that.
Right. But for regular
Ain't no song
people,
about Cheerios.
No.
for regular people, don't let people shame you out of listening to this good stuff, because Prince especially, I mean, you grow up knowing that you're supposed to like Prince. That's how good he was. But when you actually listen to the stuff that he made, I mean, it's life altering. Honestly, it is. Listen to Purple Rain, like the actual album. Just sit down and actually listen to that album. It's a masterpiece of 80s pop music.
Yeah.
Just full on masterpiece.
Yep.
So that's just what I'll say to that. So rest in peace, Prince. Let's clink it to the man, the purple one. and then let's get the fuck out of here. This has been the One Baron Podcast. My name is Margo Dupa for Adam Obesius Rodriguez. Sports with Dave Romero.
What's up?
Thank you guys for listening. Enjoy Purple Rain and drink delicious beer.